Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Aryma. I'm a Nigerian YouTuber and also an international student based here in Canada, Alberta. If this is your first time on my channel, hi, nice to meet you. Please do also join the family by clicking on the subscribe button, hitting on the bell notification, and giving this video a thumbs up if you end up liking the video. If you're a returning viewer, hi guys, what's goody? In today's video, we're gonna be talking about the basic and essential things, like everything you need to come with to Canada as an international student. I am not a licensed immigration officer. I'm only sharing the things I brought to Canada as an international student with me. So guys, if you stayed up until this very moment, it means you're interested in finding out the essential things that I brought while I was coming to Canada. While you're watching this video, it means you're obviously at your final stage or the last step in coming to Canada. Probably you've gotten your study permit and you're all set or trying to get prepared for coming down to Canada. Yeah, right? So while I was trying to do all of my preparation, I was very tempted. So I know you would be in that particular position right now where you are tempted to pack every single thing you have, all your clothing, all your documents, everything, just bring all of them to Canada with you. But too bad you're only entitled to like just few luggage space, like few kgs while you're traveling, unless you choose to pay for extra luggages, which was what I did in my own case. But that aside, if you just want to utilize your luggage space, then these are the basic and essential stuff you need to come to Canada with. So as an international student, it is very likely that you'll be traveling by plane, and to do that, the first document you need to have with you is your international passport, because without that there is no way you're going to leave your home country down to Canada. So you might want to come with your international passport. The next thing I have is a weighing scale. While preparing for traveling, it is very advisable. Personally, that's my advice, to get a scale to weigh your luggages, because you would need this to help you pick out the certain and necessary things you would want to travel with, and not getting to the airport being so surprised that your luggages are overweight and you start removing all the documents or all the things you have in the airport. You will be really disorganized. This scale, I got it back there in Nigeria, and I must say it is very helpful, and it's actually saved me a whole lot of stress. I literally knew what I was gonna pick, what I wasn't gonna pick, and what the weight of my luggages was. So I didn't really pass through all of those overweight troubles in the airport, but I did go with extra luggages. That is it. I just had to weigh all my luggages and was sure that those luggages were the exact kg they were supposed to be in the airport. The next essential item I would advise you come with are your documents, guys. When I say documents, I don't know how to overemphasize on this particular item. All your necessary documents. Most people tend to come to Canada with just the soft copies of their documents, and on the long run they tend to miss those particular documents from their phone, either by changing their phone, losing documents, or their phone being stolen. So I'd advise you come to Canada with every document you feel like is very useful to you, including those documents you use while applying for your study permits, those documents you're asked to bring to the airport after landing, like your birth certificate, your transcript, if you are lucky or chance to have your official transcript, if you are lucky or chance to have your official degree certificate before you left Nigeria, which of course I presume that is something you should already have. So you should come with your official degree certificate. You should come with like every document that you know are very useful to you. You don't want to come to Canada and then you're stuck on making a particular useful decision in your life because you don't have those useful documents with you. The next useful item I would advise you come to Canada with is your medications. I already made a video on the type of medications that I brought to Canada that have been useful to me ever since I arrived in Canada. I would link the video up here, so you can actually just click on the link after watching this video to see the type of medications I brought to Canada. The next I would advise you come to Canada with is wigs. That is for the ladies. As a lady, if you do not know how to make your hair by yourself, that is not my case, because I can actually make my hair myself. If you cannot make your hair yourself, I would advise you come to Canada with several wigs, because I heard it is really expensive to make hair right here in Canada. So why not come with several wigs? I have like a lot of wigs also, despite the fact I can make my hair myself. I have several wigs in here that would come in handy to me along the line on a long term. Yeah. The next is your driver's license. I was told to get my driver's license. I should make sure I get a driver's license, or literally just learn how to drive while I was in Nigeria. And for that particular reason, I had to register for a driving lesson or a driving school back there in Nigeria. That was like a few weeks before my travel date. So that is an essential document. If you can drive very well in Nigeria, I would advise you get a driver's license. Just bring it to Canada and then start off your journey from there. It is really going to be efficient and easy for you to get a driver's license here, or it will be easier for you to get a car to drive around here in Canada. I mean, it's easier to commute with your own car than to transport yourself with the public transport. The next items are clothing, guys. I know a lot of people will tell you come to Canada with just one luggage of clothes or just few clothes, and then come to Canada with more food stuff and all of those stuff. That is a very good information that they've passed and shared with you guys. That is like very nice. But I must say it is very essential and very vital you come to Canada with your clothes. It is not that easy to get clothes here, especially when you have not settled in and you're not yet working. So imagine coming to Canada with just one clothes with the hope of getting job in about a week to start buying those things. You find out that most of the times, most students do not get that opportunity to find jobs in the first 1 month, or sometimes even in the first 2 months, and they tend to repeat their clothes over and over again. They get stranded with, oh, I don't have anything to wear. I don't have anything to wear. If I had known, I would have come with all my clothes. So I would advise you come with those clothes that you know that are like weather friendly to the Canadian weather. So if you have all of those clothes and you know you have enough luggage space, or you are ready to pay for an extra luggage, I would advise you come to Canada with your clothes. I cannot overemphasize on this. I also have a friend here in Canada. She also complained to me that she would have brought all her clothes while she was coming, that right now she's like stranded on where to get clothes and how to get clothes because she's not working yet, and she only came to Canada with just few clothes because she listened to a lot of people saying, do not come to Canada with your clothes, do not come to Canada with your clothes. She only came to Canada with like just a few clothes, to mention but a few. So advise you weigh your options, let go of the things you can let go of, but please come with your clothes. The next on my list are food stuff and snacks. Now before I dive into food stuff, guys, I would advise you come to Canada with a lot of snacks. Come to Canada with a lot of snacks, guys. I know how helpful snacks was to me, like biscuits, chin-chin, granola, like those basic snack things you can just snack on, easygoing things if you don't have the time to cook, or you're not prepared to cook, or you're not even in your right frame of mind to start cooking. You can come with cookies, come with biscuits, come with granola, come with those basic things that you can easily take in the moment you wake up in the morning, or that would last you for at least 2 weeks or even a week when you get here to Canada. Then again, guys, as a Nigerian, I am very sure you would miss all your food stuff back there in Nigeria. So I'd advise you also come to Canada with those basic food stuff that you know will be so hard to find. I came to Canada with several packs of dried fish, and they've been in my bags for long. So I decided to unpack my bags today and like literally just arrange my things. That is why I'm making this video. If you have storage, if you need to get fish, dried fish for your stew, soup, this is the one I came with. My mom got all of this ready for me. Like, I'm so grateful to my mom. When I said easy to go food, quick food, I mean like cereals, custard, things you can make like within the next 1 to 2 minutes, that you don't have to like stay in the kitchen for over 30 minutes and feel so tired until you are settled. So you can come to Canada with cookies, cereals, This is custard, guys. I literally came to Canada with custard. There was no way you can actually just put those container custard in your bag, because you never can tell if they're just going to burst open in the bag or in the plane. So it's best to come with the sachet ones that you can actually just bring out anytime you want to make them and make them. Then this is how I packed my noodles. I packed my noodles in bits in several Ziploc bags, and then I arranged them in my luggage, in my so I use those strong Ghana must go that we can easily get in Nigeria. I was also able to get bitter leaf, dried bitter leaf. All of this was done by my mom. I'm like so grateful. Like before I arrived in Edo State from Lagos to like get my things ready, all of this were already prepared for me. So this is dried bitter leaf, and I also labeled everything dried bitter leaf before I arrange them in my bag, so that when I get to the airport I don't start doing a whole lot of explanation. This is what is in this bag. So it's best to just label them, get this paper tape, and then write on them what it is, what exactly is inside of it. So I got several packs of dried bitter leaf. I also got packs of spaghetti. These are like things that I know will be useful to me within the first couple of months, if not up to 6 months. I also came with different packs of grinded food. I have dried beans here, which is very, very useful for making of moi moi, akara, and all of those stuff. Easy to go food. I have my dried grinded crayfish right here. I also labeled all of them. Like I literally labeled them before I placed them in my Ziploc bags. I packed them properly and taped them properly. This is how I packed my stuff. I packed them in a separate nylon, labeled them, and then I put them in my Ziploc bag so that they don't spill or burst open inside the plane. I also came with my dried and grinded pepper. This is a mixture of red and Cameroon pepper all in one. Several packs of grinded beans. This is very, very useful. Like a lot of people who like eating akara, who like eating moi moi, this is like the quickest form of making your moi moi. You already have the beans grinded. You don't have to start washing beans, looking for where to grind them. So it's easier to get and it's easier to make. Shea butter. Now this is a whole lot of shea butter. I know I like my skin looking so oily and also my hair looking oily and rich. So I got several packs of shea butters and I labeled all of them shea butter so it doesn't get confused for regular butter in the airport. So, or even me mistaking what butter this is and what butter this is. So you can as well come with shea butter. It is very, very, very essential for us, or for those of us that are from African countries and would like our skin staying hydrated or our hair looking rich and hydrated too, and also oily. Very, very important. I came with several packs of stockfish. As an Igbo girl, let me just put it as an Igbo girl, we like fish and different type of stockfish in our food. So I came with several packs of stockfish. You should also consider coming to Canada with different type of fishes, and please ensure that these fishes are dried and there's no form of moisture in them, and they are properly packed in a Ziploc bag before you begin your journey to the airport. So guys, the next thing I came to Canada with is my swallow, because I know I am not a fan of Gary first off. So I came with several packs of swallow, so whenever I need them I can actually go get them easily. I came with several packs of swallow, different types of them. I came with plantain flour for making like swallow that looks like amala. It's not actually plantain flour is for amala, right? So I came with grinded plantain flour. I came with semovita. Like my mom, my dad, like they actually just made everything possible and everything easier for me to get and come with here in Canada. Another thing I made sure to come to Canada with is several sachets of this than the regular big one, like those big ones, so I can be able to know how far I'm going with all of this stuff, right? So you can as well come with the bigger one, the big pack, or you can come with sachet ones, or you can come with anything that you feel like is best for you or is easier for you to like gather and come to Canada with. Chicken seasoning, Like, I don't know, I've been hearing people say that they were unable to come to Canada with any form of any products, any dairy products that has milk, chicken and all of those stuff, especially when it has to do with seasoning. And I was so lucky I didn't pass through those things in the airport. They didn't even check my bag, to be honest. They did not check my food stuff. They just checked for oil. And I don't know, I actually forgot my oil, which was already frozen, but I don't know why I ended up forgetting it in the freezer before leaving for the airport. But anyways, they did not check my bag. They just opened it. I was like, what and what do you have? I just like, oh, I have food stuff, I have this. So it's not like they brought everything out and was checking it one after the other, saying this is not good, this is a contraband, this is not good. They didn't check all of those. I was able to come with several seasonings, a lot of spices, egusi. Everything here is egusi and it's like already packed, like packed together. So I grinded my egusi and I dried my egusi. I grinded my ogbono and I dried my ogbono. So these are like the two basic soup items I came to Canada with. A lot of us like other soup, so if you would want to come to Canada with those soup, it's best to make preparations for the items that you would use to make those soup before coming to Canada. I mean, if you're coming to Canada with leaf, ugu leaf, onubu leaf, all of those leaves, you know, would be used in making those your soups. I'd advise to get them all dried, air dry, or however you would want to dry them. Another very important thing that you might want to consider bringing to Canada is pepper soup spice. You know how cold the weather is right here, right? And it might get chilly and you just need those soup to make you feel warm inside. So I'd advise you come with those pepper soup spice, because they might not have those like really chilly spices here for you. Or even if they do, it will be very, very expensive. So you might just want to consider coming to Canada with like just few amounts of them, and the rest will be history. I came with a lot of other stuff, but I just feel like these are like the essential stuff that is necessary. It's now left for you to decide on what you would want to come to Canada with and how to utilize your luggage space, the amount of food stuff you plan coming to Canada with, the amount of items you want to consider bringing. Guys, come with your wigs. Come with your wigs. Come with those hair bands that can help you prevent your hair from breaking out, or even if the front part of your hair looks old and the back still looks really nice, you can just use to cover them. Come with scarf, hair scarf that can help you protect your hair. If you found this video really insightful, interesting and useful, do not leave the video without giving it a thumbs up. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and join this amazing family. Let's get to the permanent side together, and also click on the bell notification so you can get notified when I upload new videos like this on my channel. As for now guys, bye. See you soon here in Canada.